Hi, welcome to Hound TV, the world's first video podcast for dogs and their owners. And welcome to my backyard. I'm your host, Stephen Yappity Yap Yap Woof Woof Bow Wow Pam. Try fitting that on the captions. Today on the show, meet our Hound of the Week, Tessa, and get some tips from our resident veterinary behaviourist, Jackie Lee, on preventing dog attacks.
Hound TV, 'cause every dog has its day.
Our Hound of the Week is Tessa, and this is Tessa's human, Justin, from Lonely Pets Club. Justin, what sort of dog's Tessa?
She's a Kelpie Collie Cross.
And how did you come to have Tessa? How did she come into your life?
She came from the pound initially. She was mistreated and quite nervous. It took a lot of work to get her back trusting us humans again.
So she was an adult when you got her?
She was about 2.
Okay.
Yep.
And you've got young kids, so how does she go with the kids now?
Yeah, good. They're quite ball obsessed, the dogs. So really, as long as you've got a ball or a stick to throw, the kids don't get too much of a look in.
Good. So what does Tessa like to do apart from chase balls? Anything special?
Absolutely nothing.
Just sit around?
No, well, from the second she wakes up to the moment she goes down, it's just, where's the ball? Throw the ball. Where's the stick? It's cute for about 2 minutes.
So that's really her whole life, is a ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we happen to have one here, so look at that. Oh,
She's playing coy.
She doesn't like that she's being restrained. There we go. She's off. Can you tell us any funny stories about Tessa's time with you?
They're all ball-related injuries. Twisted paws, prickles in paws, broken tooth from catching sticks when they go up in the air.
So she'll stop at nothing to retrieve a ball or stick.
She's dedicated to the cause.
Incredible.
Loves it. We've actually won, I'm not sure whether it's legal, but won quite a bit of money on Tessa with competitions just in the park and at the beach as to whose dog can chase and fetch the ball.
You're
or the
talking
stick
about
the quickest.
Monopoly money, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, good. Now, Tessa's got this lovely, fluffy white collie coat. Do you have? How do you go with keeping her clean?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Do you wash the dogs yourself, or do you get groomers?
A bit of both,
Yeah.
depending on our budget.
Any funny stories about Tessa?
We had one last week where we had the dogs in the park and they were sort of running around fairly loosely, and a guy comes up and says, "Have you lost a white dog?" And I said, "Well, yes, we have actually." And he said, "Well, I've seen him running around out the back with the brown stray, and the brown stray happens to be our other dog." So he automatically assumes that the good-looking dog is ours, and the poor old, the lovable Rusty, the German Shepherd Cross, is deemed a stray.
Poor old Rusty.
He'll get over it.
Well, that's Tessa and Justin, folks. You're watching Hound TV. We were very excited, weren't we, Matt?
Yes.
To get an email from Susie from Puerto Rico, who said, "Hey guys, if you ever come to a little island named Puerto Rico, send me an email. I would love to meet you and for you to meet my dogs. Puerto Rico is a very beautiful island and most of the people have dogs. So thank you for reading this." Thanks, Susie. We might just take you up on that when we find a sponsor with very deep pockets. Lisa Blackwell also left a comment at the houndtv.com website about my post on dog attacks. In the original post, I talked about a couple of items in the news about attacks and suggested that along with dog owners being compelled to keep their dogs safe and parents being educated about the risks, one part of the solution would be to make sure that kids are properly educated as part of the life education that goes on during their schooling. Well, it turns out that this does occur in some places, and Lisa points out that the state government right here in Victoria, where we make Hound TV, does indeed have a program which has been running for about 7 years. The program is actually funded by Dog and Cat Registrations, which is pretty smart, and employs a number of pet educators who go around to schools and tell kids all about doggy danger. An excellent initiative. I haven't researched where else these kinds of programs exist, but why not check it out in your area and let us know what's going on there. Or if there isn't such a thing, why not hassle the relevant local authority. We got this here brochure from our friend Manny, Hi Manny, and she's running a fundraiser for Soy Dog Rescue. Soy Dog Rescue is an organisation that rescues dogs on the streets of Bangkok in Thailand, and they run programs there for neutering and all sorts of things. So the fundraiser's here in Melbourne on the 15th of October, and all the details about that and about the organisation are on today's show notes at houndtv.com. Also in the way of events, again Melbourne based, our friend Mel Lynch, who we met at the Pupperware party recently, gave us some information about community dog walks that she runs in Melbourne's northern suburbs. So that's at dogabout.com.au, and that'll be in today's show notes as well. Something that comes up in the news occasionally is dogs attacking young children. To give us some tips for both dog owners and parents about reducing the risk of this, we've got Dr. Jackie Lee, veterinary behaviourist. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
What can parents and dog owners do to reduce the risk of a dog attacking a young child?
The number one thing that dog owners and parents need to do is they need to supervise the interaction between the dogs and the children. Mm-hmm. The reason for that is that dogs are dogs and they really can't understand what people do. Young children especially can be noisy, unpredictable, they can be a little bit too forward for a dog. So when the animal's feeling uncomfortable, it can only respond like a dog. Mm-hmm. Funny, because it is a dog. So the way that a dog says, I'm feeling unhappy, I'm feeling uncomfortable, is to growl, snarl, show its teeth, and work up to biting a person. So,
and children don't necessarily understand those cues, right?
No, or they may be so much enamoured with the dog that they just keep coming in spite of the cues, especially because on TV and in books and things, you know, dogs are our best friends and they never hurt us. So the important thing is for the owner to be there to actually supervise what's going on, to be able to say, hey, that's inappropriate, my dog's had enough, and then create a physical barrier or physical distance between the child and the dog. So there's nothing wrong with popping the dog in another room or popping it outside for a little while, as long as the dog knows it's not a punishment, so that there's safety and the children are safe and the dog is safe.
Well, that wraps it up for today. Next episode, we're going to bring you a bit of a behind the scenes on how we make Hound TV. Well, not really, because we don't have someone filming us filming Hound TV, but I did bring this mirror, so that's kind of cool. Say hi to the viewers, Matt.
Hello, viewers.
And we're also going to bring you some hilarious bloopers. Well, they're not that hilarious, but it gives us an excuse to not film for a week. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you should do that, because you'll never miss an episode, and that's a good thing. You can do that right on the website at houndtv.com, or go into the iTunes Music Store and do a search for Hound TV. See you next time.